Welcome back, everyone, for the final part of our deep dive into the history of mobile phones. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It really has. From those clunky car phones to that iconic brick to these amazing mini computers we have today.
And knowing how far we've come, I can only imagine what's next. What do you think? What's in store for mobile technology in the years to come?
Well, one thing I think we can be sure of is that things will keep changing,
Yeah,
and probably pretty fast.
that's for sure. So what are you seeing out there? Any trends that might give us a glimpse into the future?
One of the biggest things I'm seeing is this blurring of lines between smartphones and other devices. We talked about smartwatches and tablets, but I think that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So are you saying that someday we might not even carry phones anymore? Will everything be in our clothes, our glasses, maybe even implanted under our skin?
Some of those things might be a ways off, but they're possibilities, for sure. We've already got foldable phones, right? Bigger screens in a smaller package. Augmented reality glasses are getting better all the time, putting digital info right on top of the real world. And yeah, even those implantable devices, people are working on them. Imagine a world where you can access info, control things, even talk to people just using your thoughts.
Whoa, okay, that's both amazing and a little freaky.
Definitely a little bit of both. And it brings up all sorts of ethical questions, things we'll have to figure out as we go. But the big takeaway is that the idea of a mobile phone, it's changing. It's becoming less about the actual device and more about being constantly connected no matter where you are.
That's a pretty big shift.
Hmm.
But okay, let's come back to something a bit more down to earth. 6G. We talked about the speed, the near instant communication. Can you give us a picture of what that might actually look like?
Imagine a world with zero lag. You're video calling someone on the other side of the world, and it feels like they're right there in the room with you. Surgeons doing super complicated operations remotely, controlling robotic arms with perfect precision, self-driving cars talking to each other instantly, making roads way safer, no more accidents.
Wow, those are some incredible examples. So it's not just about faster downloads. It's about this world where everything is connected in real time. The
Mm.
physical world and the digital world totally merged.
Exactly. But of course, with every leap forward, there are challenges, right? Cybersecurity, data privacy, making sure everyone has access to this tech.
It's a lot to consider. It almost feels like we're not just talking about the future of mobile phones, but the future of, well, everything.
I think that's right. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to think about the potential problems, but also be ready to embrace those amazing possibilities. We get to shape the future together.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to thank you, the listener, for joining us.
It's been great exploring this with you.
We've covered a lot of ground. From those first crazy attempts at wireless communication to the incredible devices we have today, and who knows what's just around the corner. We hope this has given you a new way of thinking about this technology that's such a big part of our lives.
Absolutely. And before we go, just a final thought. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep talking about how technology is shaping the world. Because ultimately, the future isn't something that just happens to us, it's something we create together.
Well said. And on that note, thanks for tuning in to The Deep Dive.